guys, it's good to have you tuned in. Guess who I ran into today? I ran into Dr. Jean-Claude Katte. He's a medical doctor who specialized in public health medicine, and we are going to be talking about obesity, which is a major problem in the country among young people and even beyond our national borders. So stay tuned. So thanks for taking the time to talk to CRTV while you drive.
Right.
Can you just tell us what is obesity?
Well, obesity is simply the excessive accumulation of fats in the body beyond the normal proportions. And obesity can be assessed using several tools, but the most common which we use is the body mass index, which is simply taking the weight in kilograms, and you divide by your height in meters square. So this is going to give you a value, and if that value it's greater than 30 kilograms per meter square, then it means you are obese. So but any value greater than 25, so 25 to 30, then therefore means that you are overweight, and anything less than 25, simply if we can say, it means you have a normal body mass index, meaning that you have a normal weight for your height. Okay, so what can people do to avoid obesity? Well, first of all, I want to say that obesity is a growing phenomenon in Africa, and in many sub-Saharan African countries, and even in Cameroon. I mean, if you just go to most of our secondary schools around and you see when children go out of school, you're going to see bulky children moving, like rolling around, and if you want to say that. And so obesity is not only the problem of those who are adult, but it's also becoming a problem for children, adolescents in our country. And so obesity has several consequences, which is why it is now known to be a pathology on its own. So a disease on its own which can be treated.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what about health habits and obesity?
Well, health habits and obesity, initially, as I said, it's the excessive accumulation of fat, and so you might want to think that one can get obese only by eating too much fatty food. Yes. So fatty food, of course, plays a role in the development of obesity, but also and more so the excessive consumption of carbohydrates. Because once we eat so much carbohydrates, when I talk of carbohydrates, foodstuffs that will give you carbohydrates, like the rice, like the bread, like sugar, like fufu, corn, cassava, all those tubers are rich in carbohydrates, and yams and all of that. So once we eat all of these foodstuffs, and we eat them in very large proportions, the excess glucose or carbohydrate is being stored in the body as fats, actually, and so we have some sort of transformation from carbohydrates to fats, and it's stored in the body. So you see that we can get obese by the excess consumption of carbohydrates, the consumption of high consumption of fatty foods and fatty substances, and one other contributing factor might be limited physical exercise. Limited physical exercise. And another contributing factor which is beginning to gain high proportions in medical science